Alexandre Pantoja is now in the pound-for-pound rankings top 5. It's Topuria Makhachev DDP, and Pantoja. Pantoja wants to fight in December. His next fight will be against Joshua Van, going for his 5th title defense. DDP fights next month against Khamzat Chimaev. If he has an impressive performance, maybe he moves up a spot in the rankings. Merab is probably fighting Sandhagen in October. Early October is the latest rumor. Makhachev, November, MSG against JDM. That's the latest rumor. And Topuria's fresh off a win over Oliveira, which got him into the #1 pound-for-pound ranking spot, winning a belt in a second weight class. Up next for him, either Armin Saruki and Justin Gaethje or Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. Dana White says the White House card next year will be the biggest one that they have ever done. The aesthetic of putting an event on the south lawn of the White House will be the most unique venue that the UFC has ever done.
Obviously everybody wants to fight on that card. And that's a good thing because we're going to put on the best card we've ever done for that White House event.
Holy shit, Dana.
Imagine, just think about what I'm going to do for this fight, and then think about what Trump is going to do for this fight. You know what I mean? It's going to be it's a one-of-one experience. Like when we did the Sphere, it's the Sphere on steroids. I mean, it's going to be a one-of-one event. There'll be nothing like it ever again.
Or they could just keep doing it over and over again. UFC White House 1, UFC White House 2, 3, 4, and so on. 2 days of war, Karate Combat 55, Karate Combat 56 in Miami, Florida. Friday and Saturday. Friday is the 8-man heavyweight tournament. It kicks off on Friday. Saturday, Alex Pereira's sister will be fighting in the co-main event. Yoel Romero makes his BKFC debut on September 12th in Hollywood, Florida. Several people have turned down fighting Yoel on that card, according to BKFC president David Feldman. It's not surprising. Yoel will be definitely a devastating power puncher in the BKFC space and bare knuckle. So I guess they're not also lining him up against really talented boxers. So a lot of guys have turned that fight down, but somebody will take that fight September 12th, Hollywood, Florida. Tai Tuivasa being ranked number 10 in the heavyweight division is crazy. Heavyweight division is down bad. Yeah, it's pretty terrible, pitiful, disgusting, and awful. And if they bought one championship in PFL, maybe it'd be okay. But still, even still, Dana's not going to work with Ngannou. He doesn't want to work with Ngannou, so there's nothing really the PFL has to offer other than him. And then one championship, they got like a rug, and a Malik. And aside from that, there's really nothing. So, yeah, in conclusion, heavyweight division is ass, and that's just the way it is. Dirty Boxing Championship Part 3, Rosenstruik versus Perez, heavyweight title fight August 29th in the Hangar in Miami, Florida. John Jones, a co-owner, is happy about this. History being made at the Hangar. Couldn't be more proud. August 29th, Dirty Boxing 3 in Miami. We're bringing you the first ever heavyweight title fight in Dirty Boxing history. The Wolf, 3-0 in boxing. In Dirty Boxing, undefeated, aggressive, relentless. Steps in to face Jair Zinho Rosenstruik at a showdown. Promises nothing but pure violence. As one of the owners of Dirty Boxing, this is exactly the kind of fight I envisioned when I joined the league. Raw, real, and unforgettable. Raw, real, and unforgettable is what Chael Sonnen said about Conor McGregor's junk, but he's not the only one enamored by it.
You lot saying Conor McGregor is small are just hating, because it's not though, is it? But my favourite part was the creativity. He was lifting a weight with it. In tears.
Walter Walker, the heel hook king, can't heel hook Laura Sanko because she's got some unnatural flexibility in her legs. That just looks crazy, but she's doing her thing. She was sent a message from Angela Hill imitating Conor McGregor's picture. She attaches a weight to her groin area. The August 15th PFL card in Charlotte, North Carolina is set. Davis versus Rabadana, Bishop, Carmouche, Alves, Wetzel, Burnell, Watley, and the prelims are headlined by Velasquez versus Shakalova. Tony Ferguson says he wrestled John Jones back in the day and he lost by 1 point. Tony Ferguson was supposed to fight in the GFL against Dylan Danis, but GFL went down the toilet. He says he's going to be boxing, making his pro boxing debut soon. Against who, he hasn't said yet.
I wrestled John Jones in college. I lost by 1 point.
You wrestle?
With
John Jones?
I lost by 1 point. I bumped up 2 weight classes.
Wow.
And I because our 184-pounder got hurt. And I won nationals at 165. I jumped up 2 weight classes. And I was weighing in at 175 pounds and wrestling these guys cutting from 200 to 185. And I took 3rd at nationals that year. And I wrestled John Jones at the Cliff Key National Duels, and I lost by 1 fucking point. Almost beat him.
Well, great.
So every time we talk to each other, we always mess around. He grabbed my glasses one time. He says, "You won't get these back." I said, "You want to wrestle?" And he said, "No, here you go."
Dana White recently said more than likely we're going to end up on a platform that is way more global than we are now. The emphasis on way more global in terms of the media rights deal has some people speculate it could mean Netflix, especially given its 200 million subscribers worldwide. Plus, you got the $5 billion WWE deal and the shared TKO Group Holdings ownership positioning itself as a frontrunner for the UFC's next broadcast deal. Since Movsar Evloev is out of his fight with Aaron Pico, Patricio Pitbull wants to fight Pico, but first he has to worry about beating Dan Ige on Saturday. Ige's a slight favorite in that one, pretty even though.
Can I just ask, what do you think about Aaron Pico and how he'll do in the UFC?
I want him next.
You want Aaron Pico?
Yes, of course I'm focused in my next fight, my next opponent. Maybe if I win this match, I want Aaron Pico because I was long time in Bellator, and he also was not possible. He didn't came for the belt, and now we have the chance to do that. So I'm very excited to my next opponent will be him.
He was scheduled to fight Movsar Evloev, and now it seems like the fight is off. Are you saying if all goes well on Saturday, you want to be the one to fight him next?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
If you put me to fight him next week, I'm ready.
BMF title will be on the line in the main event on Saturday. Tom Aspinall doesn't think that they need to have a manufactured belt because those two guys, Poirier and Holloway, have enough accolades on their own to make that fight special.
What do you think about BMF titles? Are they a fun thing, or is there some real substance to the meaning of that championship?
Do you want my honest opinion?
That's what you're here for, Tom. Yes.
I mean, it's a title, innit? But it's not a world championship, so what we're doing. These guys don't need a title, do you know what I mean? Like, the two legends of the sport, look at the name value, even look at the rankings, look at the amount of fights they've got, look at the shorts they're wearing. Like, we don't really need a title on the line, to be honest.
Jimmy Crute taking on Marcin Prachnio on Saturday. Crute is coming off a draw with Bellato. Actually, 2 of his last 3 fights have been draws. Because of draws and losses, he actually hasn't won a fight in like 5 years, but he is the slight favorite Saturday night.
Yeah, the last fight was a heap of fun. I didn't care about the result, man. I was just happy to be back in there. People seen where I come from, they would understand that it was just nice to be back in there. I was sitting in hospital, and I couldn't have been happier. As I said, I don't care about the results in this. It's just about performances and enjoying it. And we only get one life, so we've got to go out there and make the most of it. And so much come out of it. It was actually a blessing that it was such a hard fight because I got to push my limits and also see where I lacked. It was a really good learning experience. We talked about it a lot between me and the coaches. I also just thought about it a lot. I studied the fight. I thought about how I felt in the fight. And I looked at how the training leading in was and made some adjustments on the fly. Every time I close my eyes, yeah. It's been a long time. People forget I haven't won in nearly 5 years. So, as I said, results aren't everything, but it's going to be a sweet, sweet victory.